Hey everyone, it's your girl NueNew the Hair Diva, and I'm back with you with a DIY for my version of a dewy makeup finishing spray. I won't call it a setting spray because it will not quite set all of your makeup, but it will give you a nice finish, polished look. It will also give you a semi-dewy look for the oily girls that don't want to look dewy. Sometimes we need just a little bit of that moisture look on our face so we don't look dry. So in front of you, you see I have my handy dandy measuring cup. And this measuring cup goes all the way up to 10 ounces. However, we will be dealing with about 6 to 8 ounces. Also, we can use these measuring teaspoons. I do it by eye, but just in case some people want to have measurements, I will show you the measurements that you can use, but I will just make mine by eye. The products that we're going to use is this tongue depressor, and this is to stir up our products. We will have some bottled water. You always want to use bottled water or distilled water. We will be using the T.N. Dickerson Witch Hazel. This is my favorite brand. It's a 100% astringent, and that is going to help us for the oily girls. If you do not want to use witch hazel, by all means, you can use rose water. And I have done it with rose water. It smells very nicely and it works just the same. But if you don't have rose water and you do have the witch hazel, but you want it to have a scent, I will show you what we can do. You also want to have some vegetable glycerin, and you can get this at pretty much any Whole Food store or drugstore. You can find this as well. And if you want to have a fragrance, you want to get oils that are food grade, and I will put that on the screen. They must be food grade, edible, to have in this DIY. And this one here is, let's see, it is a energy blend, and it is called Anxiety Release, and I hope you can see that. Okay, and the last thing you want is your spray bottle. Now I'm showing you this because I had some in here and I emptied it out because I was at the end. This is just a spray bottle that I got from Walmart. It sprays out a very nice mist. And I just put some blue decals on it. And I do believe it is a 8-ounce bottle. Maybe a 6-ounce. I don't think it's quite 8. 6-ounce bottle. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is get our measuring cup. And what we want to do is take our bottled water or distilled water, and we want to pour it up to the 2-ounce mark. So that's what I'll do. I'll pour 2 ounces of water in there. Okay. Now don't put the water away just in case if you have more, because if you don't have enough, you can always add more water to your DIY. Now what we want to do is take our tongue depressor and just place that in the cup, because we will be stirring this up very shortly. We want to take our vegetable glycerin, and the more of this that you put in here, the more dewy look you will get. This is a moisturizer for people that have very, very dry skin. It is good for anyone's skin, but the more you use of this, the more dewy finish you will have. So for me, if we are going to use this and use it by doing a measurement, then I will take just 1 teaspoon of the vegetable glycerin and apply it to the water. So I'm just going to do it by eye because I've been doing it for a while and I know how much I want in there. So I just apply a little bit. And if you can see, it still looks clear, but the water is a little thicker. So you want to go ahead and stir that up, just so that the water doesn't remain thick at the bottom with the vegetable glycerin. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our witch hazel. And like I said, if you do not have the witch hazel, you can use rose water. But due to the fact that I'm oily and this helps keep some of the oil away, I already have enough moisturizer in there. Now I just want to counteract a little bit of my oils and help myself with irritated, redness, or damaged or blemished skin, what it says down here at the bottom. So what we want to do is bring this up to the 4-ounce line. So right here, if you can see, I'm still at a little bit of 2 ounces, and I'm going to pour this in here till I get to 4 ounces. I'm going to try to have about 6 ounces total. Alrighty, so there is my witch hazel. So now I want to stir that up as well. It's still going to look clear. And at the moment, it has no smell. It really doesn't smell like anything. And who wants to spray something on their face that doesn't smell like anything? So now what we're going to do is take our food grade oil, and this is an anxiety release. I got this from a Whole Foods store. When you purchase these, make sure they are food grade. When you take the lid off, this is what it looks like. Now, to add aromatherapy to your DIY setting spray, you want to do at least 7 to 10 drops. Don't overdo it because you don't want it to be so strong that you won't use it. So we're going to do 7 to 10 drops. I think that was 11. So now if you look inside, you will see it's a little colored yellow. That is the oil. You want to stir that up. And it just smells so good. I wish we had Aroma Vision so that you can smell that. So now after putting my food grade oil in there, I still have 4 ounces left. Now, you have an option of stretching this out by adding more water, or you can add more of your witch hazel. Once you use it and you feel as though that you don't have enough dewy finish to your DIY, you can definitely add just a tiny bit more of the food grade glycerin. I possibly wouldn't add any more than a 1/4 teaspoon if you feel as though you need to add more. So what I'm going to do is add a 1/2 ounce, 1 full ounce of water. Just stretch it out because I want 6 ounces here. And I'm going to add 1 full ounce of my witch hazel. That's what I'm pouring in there now. The witch hazel. Let me show that to you. And I am just going to stir. And the DIY is complete. Now, there is one other thing that you can do before you pour it into your bottle. You want to make sure that the bottle that you have has been washed and sanitized with alcohol. You also want to wash and sanitize your sprayer. I have done that already. That's why it looks wet. If by chance you want this to have a little bit of color, I will show you that when I made this for my daughter, she wanted it to look a little like, there is a setting spray that's kind of pink in hue. It may be the MAC Fix Plus. I'm not exactly sure. But you can get the food grade food coloring. I do recommend 1 drop or a half of a drop. Do not go past a half of a drop or just that 1, regardless to the color that you want, because it is food grade. So when you spray it, you will get a little bit of this color out. However, if you don't go over the half a squirt, it won't apply to your skin. So this is just an option. It is not something that is recommended. It is just novelty to give yourself some color. If you look at the products that you buy yourself, you will see that they use food grade coloring and dissolve it with lots of water and other products so that it doesn't stain the skin. Okay, so this is what our product looks like. It's kind of light yellow. It has been stirred to perfection. I will come in and pour this. Hopefully we can see that into my bottle. I don't want to spill anything. I'm just going to pour all of this in there. Please make sure that your bottle is sanitized. And yes, I was correct. I believe this is a little under 6 ounces. Okay, so I actually have just a tiny bit left in there, and that's okay. I sometimes use my old makeup setting bottles, and I will put this in there and use it as to take with me if I need to. So I'm going to put the top on here. And we are done. That is your DIY makeup setting spray. Okay, everyone. Thank you so much for sticking with me to the end. I really appreciate you all wanting to see my DIY, the way I make my makeup makeup finishing spray. Because like I said, this is more for a dewy finish. You can also use this to wet down your brushes if you want to use them on your pigments as well as your sponges. And that keeps you from running back and forth to the bathroom to keep those things wet. To all be blessed, and I will see you in a few days with the next video. Bye.